And we're back! Yeah, baby! All right. Welcome home to the Byron and Pace Show.
Welcome home to Byron and Pace Show. Good to be back.
It is good to be back. We skipped a week of recording last week because we had an episode in the tank.
And we were also lazy bastards that could not be bothered because it takes a lot of work to record this episode.
But I got some absolute rippers this week.
I have some very good ones as well.
We've been joined. The team expands. I'd like to welcome Elle to the team. Elle is interning with us and helping us out. She's helped us prep this episode. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And very, very excited for this episode. It should be good. I got some good stories. Got some interesting stuff happening in the news.
Well, how are you, more importantly?
Yeah, I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm really good. As you know, everything's going well. Music-wise, Byron and Pace-wise.
Well, could be going better, but I would say going well is an accurate.
Yeah.
Not amazing.
What more do you want?
A lot more, actually.
Okay, yeah. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
On that note, shall we raise a glass?
Raise a glass.
Elle, would you like a glass as well?
Surely not.
You don't have to say. Yeah,
oh my goodness. Just a little
She's
dibble.
in. Just a.
Is that a word? A dribble, I meant.
A dibble? You're good at making up words.
I'm consistently
What was that
making
word
up
you
words.
made up the other day?
I forget. I used it the other day, not even like ironically. I used it just as if it's part of my
trifle
vocabulary.
and something.
A trifle.
No, trifle is a real word.
Oh, a strifle.
A strifle.
A strifle.
Strife and
Yeah.
trifle. There you go, Elle.
There you go. Cheers.
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 Nice. I think you got the most, actually. Well done.
Wow.
So, as per the new structure, we're going to be talking about news for noobs. So, do you want to roll the intro music?
Yeah. Which one is it? Nope. Which one's it? Is it that one?
Yeah, maybe. News for noobs.
There we go. Again, the tip of the iceberg of everything you need to know to sound intelligent in everyday conversations.
How good?
Without actually knowing what it means.
How good? You're
I
welcome.
think the danger of news for noobs is you got to master the conversation where you don't get stuck in too many details. Because when people start asking for details, you're gone.
Drop a value bomb, move on quickly.
Exactly. Yeah. You got to drop it, then bounce.
Drop and run.
If you drop it and then stay for too long, you end up looking like a dickhead who doesn't know what they're talking about. So you got to find that balance.
It's like the grenade of news.
It is. Yeah, it is. What have you got?
Well, speaking of grenades, look, obviously, there's most of the news this week was about the Queen, which is kind of annoying.
Yep.
Like, all right.
Feminism has taken a blow.
Has it?
We lost the Queen.
Yeah, I mean, true.
Now you got a king.
Yeah, no, I was speaking to a friend of mine actually. On that. I was speaking to a friend of mine, Catherine, who's from the UK, and she was saying like she took it for granted that there was always just this woman figure in power, and then she was like, "Fuck, there's going to be a king." Like it just, and she said it felt like she felt a bit sick, just being like, "Oh shit, like." We're going back to that. I don't know. It was just something.
Do they really do anything and mean anything? So it's
who knows? But anyway, on the note of the grenade, that was my link. Okay.
Which usually
usually we don't cover bad news. But did you know Ukraine has captured more territory in the last week than Russia has in the last 5 months?
I did not know that. Wow.
How good. I mean, depending on what side you're on, I'm guessing most of us are on the side of Ukraine. Major offensive to reclaim cities has been largely successful. And there's growing criticism from within Russia of Putin and his management of the war. Is it a war? Who knows? Definitely. But apparently, the whole offensive was super carefully managed by the Ukrainian government to the point, like, they wouldn't let journalists near the front line. They're portraying it as this, like, super easy victory and stuff, which it's probably not as, like, glossy as it looks. But, some good news, I think, maybe in there.
Yeah. I mean,
Can you have good news around war? I
actively avoid all the Ukraine stories. I just can't be bothered.
Yeah.
It's just like... I mean, it's like COVID. It's like it's been going for like 6 months now. It's just so repetitive.
But again, if you just drop in, they captured more territory in the last week than in the last 5 months they've lost. So
it's it. The news really shines on like the nuggets, those one sentence nuggets. That's a good one. I've got one here.
Oh yeah?
This is just because I'm excited by it. But Assassin's Creed has just dropped their latest game and it's in Japan, which has a lot of people very excited. They've been requesting that for some time now.
Yeah.
So
are they ninjas?
Yeah, in a way. I mean, you're kind of always a ninja,
right?
But yeah, it's in Japan, so the scenes are going to be stunning. We'll get the sunset scenes and everything.
Do you know when it comes out? I've never played an Assassin's Creed game.
Have you not?
They just look incredible.
They are. They're epic.
Yeah.
It depends on your style.
Yeah.
2023.
All right.
So they've been announced for 2023, and codename Red, codename Hex. So yeah, exciting times for Assassin's Creed fans. I'll definitely be getting it.
Shit, yeah. Well, speaking of Elon Musk,
did
you know? Did you know Elon Musk's college sweetheart is auctioning off mementos from their relationship? Which
play.
seems a bit, I mean,
that is like the ultimate L for her.
I know, yeah.
Like, I mean, you can't get much lower than that.
Jennifer Gwynn, former girlfriend of Elon Musk, is auctioning off a cache of photos and memorabilia from their relationship. 18 candid photos of their, like, you know, when they're at University of Pennsylvania together. The item with the current highest bid is a signed birthday card, which is expected to fetch like 10 grand. Also, a necklace gifted to her on her birthday with an emerald from Elon's father's emerald mine.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So, like, I don't know, like,
I mean, that's pretty.
as you say, it's a bit of an L.
Bro, that's a big L for her.
Yeah.
Like, if you're selling off memorabilia from your ex-partner
Yeah.
because you need money or something, oof. But I mean, I guess she'll make some money, but
Do you think that should be worth anything in the future? Like a birthday card from Elon Musk? Who really cares?
I mean, I feel like Elon's hit his peak. Like, he can't go that much higher. He's the richest in the world. Like, is he really going to...
Yeah, but could he be the richest in the galaxy?
Yeah.
Or the
True.
Or Mars.
Mars. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That is a good little piece to throw in, though.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good little piece. Everyone loves some Elon. It always, you know, splits the nation.
polarizing,
Yeah,
yeah.
polarizing. Now, I know, obviously, the Queen's died. We probably don't have to cover that. But I know what question you're thinking, Dale. Pace, sorry. What's going to happen to her corgis?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Who's going to look after the corgis?
All right.
Well, the Queen's corgis are set to live with Prince Andrew.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
And they'll live with the Duke and Duchess of York, Duchess
Yeah.
of York, Andrew and Sarah. A source close to Duke of York told CNN on Sunday.
But he's the one that does the naughty things.
Well, even after her divorce from Prince Andrew, Sarah continued her friendship with the Queen by walking dogs through Windsor Estate.
yeah.
So now that the Queen has died at 96, it's reported to have 4 dogs, 2 of whom are Welsh corgis, and they'll be going on to...
There you go.
To your old
The
mate
question
Sarah.
that was on the tip of everyone's tongue. Great.
What's going to happen to the corgis?
Yeah, thanks for that
How many
one.
corgis has she gone through, do you reckon?
I don't know. Yeah, quite a few. Oh, apparently they're all from like the same family.
Oh, the royal corgis
Yeah,
or something,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Of course they are.
Some bullshit like that. All right, this one I'm particularly sad about. So most of the listeners won't know, but I have a dream to one day have my own olive oil grove and like make my own olive oil. Like that's a long-term aspiration of mine. But olive oil production this year will be almost halved due to the extreme heat waves. And like olive oil production in Europe is expected to be around 40% of what it normally would be. What the fuck did you just do?
I just spilled my whiskey on the table.
Oh my God.
I knocked it.
Go on, top yourself up.
No, we'll be fine.
All right.
We'll be fine.
As I was saying, olive oil production is expected to be down to around 40% or down by around 40% of normal capacity. And consumers are already paying more for olive oil, which I'm gutted about. It's shot up by 15% already over the last year and is expected to rise further. But like, what do we do? And this ties into that thing about China, how like all the like the extreme heat waves is causing like all the farms in China to like basically lose all their crops.
Yeah,
Like,
and like we heavily rely on China as a production.
yeah.
I think you overestimate how much the average person cares about olive oil.
Oh man, I know, but like, I feel like I want to share my passions on this podcast. And
yeah,
like,
but that's not the point of this session, is it? It's supposed to are they really going to sound smart if they pull out the old olive oil
yeah, because you're at the dinner table, you know, I'll pass the olive oil. Oh, by the way, enjoy it while it lasts.
True. Enjoy, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's actually
yeah.
fair
See?
play.
Yeah.
And I mean, people do love talking about China. That's a very, China, and that's
Again,
always
this
a
wasn't
topic.
about China, but yeah.
Well, it ties in
Okay,
though.
yeah,
But,
nice link.
yeah, I mean, that's all I had. I mean, I didn't have too much for the news this week.
Yeah.
I've really focused on the fact of cap stories. You got any more?
No, I have no more news. Again, obviously avoiding the news that no one cares about. Did you hear about the 19-year-old kid guy that won the US Open? He's like the new tennis star.
No.
Spanish kid. Good on him.
What's happening here? Is this a story? Is this
Well, no, it's just news.
Oh, okay.
The US Open was won by a 19-year-old Spanish kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Far out.
What a legend.
Man, they just don't make them like that anymore, do they?
Well, maybe they do.
I guess they do, yeah. Not here.
Yeah, true.
All right, time to bring up, what sound do we do for this? Nope.
No, that's the intermission. Ooh. A factor cap.
Factor cap.
I love that. We will do new jingles.
Yeah, next week. We're
Next
going to
week.
have a whole bunch of new stuff.
All right. Pinky promise?
Yeah, pinky promise.
All right. Nice.
All right.
Ellie, you got to hold us accountable.
Shall I go first?
Got it. Yeah, you go on.
All right, this is a son's. What are you laughing at here?
My stories are so good.
This is a son's worst nightmare.
Okay.
So, and I'll read it from his perspective.
Yeah.
So my father had a heart attack many years ago and I showed up to the hospital at 3 a.m. I was finally let in by a nurse who calmed me down and allowed me to see my father. He was so kind to our family throughout my dad's hospital stay. About 6 months later, my paternal grandmother was in the ICU for a medical issue. And again, we were cared for by the nurse. About a year later, I received a call from my dad telling me to turn on the TV and watch CNN. Turns out the nurse was Charles Cullen, who famously confessed to murdering up to 40 patients. Experts have estimated that Cullen may ultimately have been responsible for 400 deaths.
Oh my God.
Which would make him the most prolific serial killer in recorded history.
And it was a nurse. Because I've
He was
heard
a
about like
nurse.
Dr. Death, but
Nurse.
this is a... Okay, yeah, but what happened to did both the father and the grandmother die?
No, I just thought it was an interesting like perspective to tell the story in.
Right.
Because I could have gone like, have you heard about Cullen? You know, but I thought I'd
Yeah.
find a first-hand story.
Yeah, it sounds true.
Sounds true?
Yeah.
It is completely true.
There you go.
400 deaths suspected.
Yeah.
He confirmed 29,
Wow.
but they expected it's much more,
That's
which
pretty
would make him
sick.
the most prolific serial killer ever.
Yeah.
400. I guess it's not. Is 400 even that much over a 20-year career as a nurse? Like how many people would you see?
Do you remember when we were on
Yeah.
that road trip
Yeah,
down
yeah.
to the snow?
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, let's try and get a really good podcast. Everyone's talking about these,
especially like girls. They always froth on these like
that
serial
true,
killer
Elle?
podcasts.
true crimes.
Like I know so
Yeah.
many girls are always like, oh, you got to get on it. I was like, okay, I'll give it a go.
Yeah. We
And
went
man.
through like 5 different podcasts. We found one, and I
The
don't
Man in the
even
Window.
wanna- yeah, the man in the window. I don't really even want to talk about it.
No,
it was
no,
just
it was
like
just-
over 20 years, and it goes like, and then he raped this woman, and then killed this woman while her partner was in the room, and then raped this one, and it was just like bang, bang, bang. No positives, just like horrific, and we were just like, why?
Yeah.
It's like dark and raining, and we're like listening to this, just
It was so
getting
awful.
sadder
Like
and sadder.
I get if it's like you've got like someone who's killed 2 or 3 people and there's a story there, but this was just like, and then another one, and then another one, and you're just like, how incompetent
Yeah.
are these police?
Yeah.
Like you could just get away with anything. It feels like in the 70s. Like but, I mean, we're yet to find a good one. If anyone knows any good ones, the only one I've listened to that's really good is Dirty John,
Yeah.
and that doesn't even involve. It's not killing. It's more like a interesting story.
Well, on a completely lighter note, I love this story. Did you know that a baboon worked on a railway for 9 years without ever making a mistake?
Okay, is this following the bear story from last week?
Yeah, exactly, from World War II. So in the 1800s, the Port Elizabeth Mainline Railroad was operated by James White, who was known by his friends as Jumper because he would jump from track to track, right? In 1877, he had a tragic accident where he fell under a train and lost both of his legs. No longer able to jump, but still nicknamed Jumper. In town, Jumper once saw a man with a baboon named Jack. He talked the man into selling him the baboon and trained him to push his wheelchair. With Jack learning so quickly, the Jumper then had a stroke of genius. And he was like, if he can push a wheelchair, maybe he could operate the train signal box. Jack was so good at his job, not one single person noticed in 9 years that the signalman was a baboon. He was paid 20 cents a day and half a bottle of beer per week. He worked for 9 long years until he passed away. And he will be forever remembered for his legacy on the railroads.
So, who was the guy who like came up with the idea for the baboon?
What do you mean came up with the idea for the
Like
baboon?
discovered the baboon?
So James White, who was the signal box operator,
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
aka Jumper,
I don't need a whole story. Just ask who's the guy? James,
James
who
White,
lost his legs.
yeah.
Was he getting? Because I feel like he could have got paid. Like he could have done a bit of a sneaky deal here.
What, just like outsourced?
yeah,
He
he could've-
probably did. I mean, he was probably giving Jack a little, a subsidy. I mean, who's getting the money, right? Jack's not spending the money.
Jack's not spending the money, so someone else should be getting it. yeah. Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Very
exactly.
smart.
If
I'll say true.
Yeah? This is 100% true.
Oh man, I thought you were going to say bullshit then. I think I've come across this in my my many hours of researching because I remember something about a baboon.
Yeah.
So
Oh, this was a submission. Hold on. I got to give the shout out. A submission from Alex McLean. Shout out to Alex McLean.
Nice,
Always
Alex.
coming in hot with great stories.
that is a good story.
Yeah.
It's a very good story. Well, I got no link here.
Okay.
But did you know that Johnny Cash once got in a fist fight with Colonel Sanders over a sporting game?
All right.
So in 1962, during the American baseball final of the Yankees versus Red Sox, Johnny Cash and Colonel Sanders were sitting in one of the joint private booths. Both men were massive fans of baseball and most likely spent a significant amount of money to be there. Both men were also fans of the same team,
Yeah.
the New York Yankees. During one of the final games, the game-winning ball was hit for a home run. It bounced off Sanders' booth into Johnny Cash's booth.
Oy.
Both men claimed that it should be theirs because it went into Colonel Sanders' booth first, but then it bounced into
too bad.
Johnny Cash. And that it led to a bit of a fist fight, and they started fighting. And then Johnny Cash swung, hit him in the jaw, actually fractured his jaw.
Nice.
In the end, he conceded and gave the ball to Sanders on the verbal agreement that Sanders wouldn't sue for legal damages.
A little bit of cowboy justice.
Yeah.
Is this completely bullshit? I want this to be true, so I'm
Yeah.
going to say true.
Yeah. It's actually completely bullshit.
Yeah, of course it is. You little rat. You little rat. Is there anything true about it?
Nope. Complete bullshit. Nothing true whatsoever.
Yeah, I definitely would have heard
I don't even know if the Yankees played in that game. I don't even know what was happening in 1962.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Got him. Feels good.
Not a great
Feels
story.
good.
Now that I'm thinking about it, not a great story.
Yep. But you're probably going to get roasted in the comments.
True.
How did he fall for it?
All right, here we go. Did you know that in Russia, there is a military Disneyland where kids can ride tanks and shoot guns?
Oh, come on.
Patriot Park opened in...
come on. Patriot Park. No.
Patriot Park opened in 2016 in Kubinka, Russia. They even built a replica Reichstag, which is the German House of Parliament from the Battle of Berlin that like the Soviet Union, when they basically beat the Nazis. So they've created a replica. According to the defense minister, it's so that kids can have a real building to storm. And then there's even an enemy village so that children can take classes in sabotage.
Yeah, I'm going to say bullshit. I don't believe it.
This is completely true.
No way. Oh, my God. It's just a different world, isn't it?
I know.
Russia's a good one to play with because you just, there's no
To
references.
be fair, as a kid, I would lap that up. I would love
so
that.
would I. That's true. That is true. I would
As
love
probably unhealthy as it is in terms of like...
that. Oh, there was guns in New
brainwashing.
Zealand in the park, these old, you couldn't use them or anything, but you could sit there and pretend that you were shooting like planes and stuff.
Yeah.
And we love that.
Any kid's dream, 12-year-old boy's dream.
Exactly. So yeah, fair play.
But yeah,
fair
it
play.
exists.
This is a great one.
Okay.
This is a really good one. So did you know a letter from the Queen is locked away in a vault and can't be opened until 2085?
Oh, wow.
Not only that, but a secret letter written by the Queen Elizabeth is locked into a vault in Sydney. And what is interesting is it can't be opened for 63 more years. The letter is inside a vault in a historic building in Sydney and was written by her in November 1986. Nobody, not even the Queen's personal staff, is aware of what the letter says because it is hidden inside a glass case in a secure location. Addressed to the Lord Mayor of Sydney at the time,
yeah.
The instruction reads, on a suitable day to be selected by you in the year 2085 AD, would you please open this envelope and convey to the citizens of Sydney my message to them? It's simply signed Elizabeth R.
Elizabeth R?
Yep.
Elizabeth, isn't her last name Windsor?
Maybe it's a middle name. I don't know. That's what it says.
Because my grandmother's name is Elizabeth Randolph.
Really?
Yeah. This could be complete horseshit. I smell it all over
it's
you.
such a good one. It could be true or false. I don't even know.
I don't want to look at Elle because she might give it away.
No, I don't think she knows.
I feel like I reckon it's bullshit.
You're against bullshit?
Yeah.
It is completely true.
No!
Got him.
Fuck.
It's true.
Really?
I mean, from what I've seen, it was this was like from 7 News.
Yeah.
So I assume it's true.
Wow.
Hopefully. But yeah, how interesting is that?
That is interesting. Imagine if it's like all these conspiracy theories just laid out.
Oh yeah, like the truth of how the world works. And it like reveals people in power that shouldn't be. But I guess in 2085, those people won't be in power. So
Yeah, true.
that's kind of a.
Do you reckon we'll wait, or do you reckon we'll get it open before then?
That's Queen. I reckon. No, we'll wait.
She's gone now. Yeah,
Yeah, true. But I mean, I reckon we'll wait.
That is a good one. That is a fantastic one. Topical. Interesting.
I know. It's a good one.
All right. Speaking of women, eh?
You've got to reach there.
Speaking of old women,
Hey.
did you know there's a woman who can smell Parkinson's disease?
No.
So,
No.
Joy, a 72-year-old Scottish woman, knew her husband Les had Parkinson's more than 12 years before he was diagnosed when she identified a change in the way that he smelled.
Have we done this one?
I don't think so. There's no way because this story just came out.
Oh, okay.
So, Parkinson's is the fastest growing neurological disease in the world. She said he had this musty, rather unpleasant smell, especially around his shoulders and the back of his neck. She only linked the odor to the disease after Les was diagnosed and they met other people with Parkinson's in the treatment group that they had. Now, the University of Manchester is working with George to develop a skin swab test, which they claim is 95% accurate. And scientists now need to validate their findings in a lab before it can be used on patients. But like, she's had this like whole medical revolution around her ability to just smell the disease.
I swear we've done this before, or I've heard of it, or was it something else? Someone could figure out
something else.
Someone could figure out Parkinson's through a different method. Maybe
You reckon? Just like holding their hand, and
I'd know
because if I held your hand,
Yeah,
I reckon
I know.
I'd think you had it.
I know I have a bad shake. I swear I've heard it before. I'll go true, even though you haven't done a bullshit one yet.
It's completely true.
Yeah, nice.
It's completely true.
I swear I've come across it. I don't know where. Maybe I just heard it randomly. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So that's very awesome.
It's kind of weird though.
I got no link. Yeah, I got no link. But did you know that there will be no iPhone 15 next year?
Ooh, that is good.
So, well, hold on. Let me explain.
Well, I mean, it's a good story.
With the announcement of the iPhone 14,
Yeah.
a new Apple Watch, AirPod Pros, and other products, Apple also announced that there will be no iPhone 15 next year. Since the launch of the iPhone 10 back in 2017, people have slammed Apple for lacking innovation.
Yeah.
CEO Tim Cook has claimed that they are working on an iPhone that will change the way we interact with technology, and this phone will wipe out the competition. However, this technology will not be ready until late 2024, meaning next year's iPhone model will most likely be the iPhone 14s, or like just an upgraded version of
Yeah.
the 14 rather than like a newer version.
You know what? This could be a really clever way of getting people to buy the 14. If they're like, oh, the 15 is not coming out, so I'll just buy the 14.
They've done it before, remember?
Really?
Oh, the 10, I think the 10 Pro or the 10S or something,
Yeah.
the iPhone XS.
Yeah.
So they've done it like progressively before.
Yeah.
So it's not new. But they're making a massive claim for the iPhone 15.
I reckon it's bullshit.
You reckon it's bullshit?
I looked into
reckon
it,
it's true?
the new phone a little bit,
Oh, you had
and
to
I didn't
see.
see it. So yeah, I
didn't
reckon
see
it's
it?
bullshit.
It's actually complete bullshit.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Damn. Damn.
Damn right.
Yeah, complete bullshit.
Damn right.
There will probably be an iPhone 15 next year.
Okay. Speaking of science, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. No, isn't everything science though? You could argue.
Oh, by the way, the women who can smell Parkinson's was a Nick Grove submission.
oh.
Nick Grove.
A true story.
Yeah.
Oh, what's he done there?
I know. He's let himself down.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Did you know they found a planet where it constantly rains glass at 4,500 miles an hour?
No, I didn't know that.
So, the most dangerous planet in our galaxy, exoplanet HD 189733b,
In our galaxy.
is a planet with a surface temperature of above 1,000 degrees Celsius. If that doesn't instantly incinerate you, you'll be obliterated as its continuously erupting volcanoes shoot liquid magma into its atmosphere, which then cools, instantly becoming shards of glass that rain horizontally at 4,500 miles an hour
Wow. In our solar system?
in our galaxy.
Oh, sorry. What's the difference between galaxy and solar system?
Solar system is everything that's around the sun.
Right.
The
solar
planets
system
within
is just the immediate, right.
The sun's system, solar. Yeah.
So what do we know about a galaxy? I thought we were like on top of everything.
Galaxy's
in our galaxy.
so big,
Because
man.
galaxy's enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Look, just because of the level of detail. That being said, you haven't done a bullshit one yet, but you might be going for a clean sweep of true stories. I'm going to say true.
This story is 100% true.
I read you like a book.
Another Nick Grove.
Oh, Nick
Coming
Grove,
in
true
hot.
stories.
Coming in hot.
Mate, he let
Yeah,
himself go.
I know.
That is, yeah, what's the point of those planets? Like, what's the point of any planet,
Yeah.
really? Like, they don't do
Apart from
much.
this one.
Yeah, they don't do much, really.
Yeah, that's true. You're right, Byron.
Yeah. Wow.
On that note, let's take a break.
On that note, we'll take a break, yes.
All right.
And we're back for Would You Rather.
All right, that's a good one. I got 3 would you rathers this week.
3, I got 2. I didn't realize.
Okay,
we
well,
were
I'll
doing
go
3.
first.
All right, fair.
I like this one. I like this one a lot. Can you turn the music off, please?
Yeah, when you're ready, go.
Would you rather learn one new language instantly or be able to speak to one of your pets until it dies?
I've heard this one before. I believe we've actually done it on the podcast.
No.
Could you speak any language or speak to animals?
No, one animal or one language. So when your dog dies or whatever, that's it.
Gotta be dog.
Yeah?
I mean, I could write a book. I could be famous. Like,
I
the
could be
mind of a dog.
famous.
Well, I mean, really, speaking another language, like, yeah, it would be cool. But you're no different from like billions of other people or millions of other people, let's say.
It's a lifetime skill though.
Yeah, but I'm the only one in the world who can speak to a dog.
That's true. That is true.
what I mean?
You know.
Hard to argue with that. What about you?
Oh, I don't have a pet.
Well, let's assume you do.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the language because the dog thing would make you like a total weirdo. You'd be like, oh, I'm the guy that speaks to his dog. And everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah, it would
cool,
ruin my
Byron.
brand.
Yeah.
It would ruin my brand. Like, I'd be no longer, I'd just be the guy who can speak to a dog.
Yeah.
And then once my dog's dead.
Exactly. Then
I've
that's
lost
it.
all-
You're just some schmuck that used to be able to talk to his dog.
Yeah, I'd still have to go with the dog though, just for the uniqueness.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough. Love it. Go on.
This is a brutal one, and I apologize. Would you rather date someone you love or date someone who loves you?
I hate you.
Obviously, like in either situation, the other person doesn't love you back or you don't love them.
Yeah, the opposite. Date someone I love or date someone who loves you. I think it's more painful to date someone who doesn't love you than to someone who loves you.
So you're putting yourself before the other person is what you're saying?
No.
Well,
No, because they'd rather be with someone that they love. Oh, no, yeah. Oh, fuck. Always got to put yourself first, Byron. Number one rule in life.
True.
I'd go with date someone that loves me.
So you don't love them back?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
Yeah,
What do you,
yeah, sure.
You got a gun to my head.
Yeah.
As long as Annalise doesn't listen to this, I'll be fine.
No, she won't. She won't. So you'd rather date someone that loves you? Okay. Look, I mean, the classic would you rather, you often will come across as a bad guy no matter what you say. Yeah. But you have to make the decision.
Yeah. Go on.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially the same.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be so hard to date someone that if you know they don't love you back.
Yeah.
Like that would be crippling.
Yeah.
So either way, it's a shit situation, isn't it?
In a way, no, I don't want to say this. I'm going to get cancelled by my girlfriend. So anyway, let's move on.
Moving on.
Would you rather have dumps like a truck or thighs like what?
Wait, dumps like a truck.
Or thighs like what?
Like what? Like what? Like what?
Would you rather have dumps like a truck?
What does that
or
mean?
thighs like what?
What does that mean?
You know that song, the thong song? There's a song called The Thong Song by Cisco, and it's like, that thong, the thong, thong, thong.
Oh yeah. I know that song.
And there's this lyric. I mean, I mainly asked that question for my own
Yeah,
amusement.
clearly.
There's a lyric, she had dumps like a truck and thighs like what? And no one really knows what that means.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Dumps like a truck.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, nice, fair enough.
Have you heard the I mean, this is a whole podcast episode. I probably shouldn't even drop this question. Should we
yeah.
do a whole podcast episode on this question? Should I drop it?
I don't know what the question
You
is.
would have heard it before. It went really viral recently, but we've kind of missed a train.
Yeah.
Are there more legs?
Say it again.
Are there more legs on the world or more eyes in the world?
Legs or more eyes in the world? Wow, that is a good question.
Yeah, your brain just like going, yeah, I think I've got the answer. I think I have the answer that like trumps everything.
But you mean human legs or like
Any
animal
leg.
legs?
Table legs.
Oh yeah, but then there are animals with like 50
Exactly. And there's like spiders
eyes.
that have all these eyes.
I reckon legs for sure, legs. Because if you're talking inanimate legs as
But then
well.
what about googly eyes? Look, eyes.
Oh my god.
What about every googly eye and Lego characters
Oh
and like fake character? I guess he's got legs as well though.
yeah.
Oh man. But this could be a whole episode. This could be a
That
whole.
could be a whole. I mean, I would not listen to a whole episode of us trying
really?
to dissect this question.
All right. Well, let me trump it.
All right.
Ants.
Ants.
There's like something
Oh,
like
there's so
something
many
like
fucking
five-
ants.
There's something like 4 quadrillion ants in the world,
they all got legs.
and they all got way more legs.
Way more legs.
I reckon
Yeah.
that alone.
Yeah, I reckon you're right.
Yep.
Yep. Fair play. Fair
Nice.
play, Byron. I like that.
All right. Would you rather look 10 years older from the neck up or neck down?
That's shit. Ooh. Wow.
It's a
Wow.
a chin scratcher.
Yeah. Don't scratch too hard. I reckon in showbiz, you probably want to look younger from the face up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's your answer?
Yes, that's my
So you're in
answer.
showbiz.
Yeah.
Okay. Me?
You? Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd have to go face up. I mean,
Okay, wrinkly ass.
yeah, what happens to your body? It just gets a bit wrinklier and I mean, because you
Saggy.
can look after your body in like a healthy way
Yeah.
in terms of fitness.
Yeah, but you're 10 years like already behind.
Yeah. I have to go face though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think face.
All right, fair enough.
I'll take the face.
You vain,
Yep.
superficial.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's me. That's all I got.
All right. I like this question. Would you rather have everyone know every time you're upset or have everyone be completely oblivious? Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people in my life are already oblivious.
Well, I mean, maybe that's your fault as well. But
Yeah.
what do you reckon? Like, would you rather have people be able to tell, like, every time you're upset, they're like, oh, Byron's upset and blah, blah,
I think,
blah.
yeah, that-
Like,
that.
you can never mask it. Or
Yeah. I think that.
you'd have to always tell people because they'd have no idea.
I mean, look, I don't get upset that often. So I would rather everyone be able to tell.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, and I feel like when I do get upset, it's because it's not that often.
But sometimes it's annoying when people are like, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? And you're
Right.
just like, just
Yeah,
leave
but-
me alone.
yeah, but like, yeah, I just, yeah, it's going to be annoying either way.
True.
So I'm going to take the least
True.
annoying one
Yeah.
for me personally.
It's probably the healthiest
But I think
one.
if you're upset all the time, that could be quite annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. But then you might be reaching out for help more. And
Yeah.
all
So
the
I
rest
think
of
that's
it.
probably more beneficial.
Yeah. Well, in the interest of Are You Okay and Awareness Week or whatever it is,
We'll go
let's
with
go
number
with number one.
Very
Everyone
good.
knows.
Very good.
Well, is that it?
That's it for this episode.
Oh,
Bit of a
shit.
short- well, actually not that much of a shorter one. They always go on. About 30 minutes.
Look, guys, I want to talk to you about the stars. We need the stars. You got to give us the stars on Spotify, on Apple, on wherever it is. We want them. So
Yep.
please, please, please give often and give healthily.
And give us some submissions, man.
give
I'm
the
dry. It's like a
submissions.
desert.
All right. If you want to know where to no,
the video submission. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
whole
yeah. No, if you're still listening, just on Instagram, the Byron and Pace Instagram, just record an audio of you telling us a story, and we'll play that audio.
Yeah, we'll play it live.
in the episode live, and we'll try and figure out whether it's true or
So
not.
Take a few takes, make
Yeah.
it a good audio. Make sure it's got a good opening hook, and
Yeah.
really, otherwise we'll have to probably cut it down because we
And
can't
then-
sit there for 3 minutes and listen to it.
And then record the answer in another audio beneath it, and just be like, and this is the answer, so that in case we press play, like we'll know, so that then we can reveal the answer as well.
Otherwise, that's it for this episode of the Byron and Pace podcast.
Much love, guys. Big kiss.